America, how are we doing today? We are in Minnesota, and I got a little problem. I think I lost my camera. I misplaced it. I hope it's still at the shop back home. I grabbed the camera out of the truck and went into the shop. I was going to do a video on the tires, and then something came up and I didn't have time to do it. But so I brought the camera inside the shop, and I think I left it there. Anyway, I'm looking all over the truck and I can't find the damn thing. So anyway, that's that GoPro 9, and so this camera here is the DJI Osmo Action. That's the one I use for the dash cam footage. So anyway, I'm going to use that for now. We're in Minnesota. Last time I talked to you guys, I was down in Texas. I was down in Temple, and I waited around for a couple hours, and they said, well, we're working on stuff. I said, all right, is it going to be tomorrow probably? And they said, yeah, more than likely, yeah. So I went ahead and bobtailed back home, and on the way home, they called me up. About 10 minutes later, I just barely got on the freeway, and they called me up and said, hey, we've got another load. Instead of that California going to the San Francisco area, the Hayward load, instead of that, we've got a load out of Dallas going to Minneapolis. I'm like, sure, there you go. So I went up the next morning, picked it up in Dallas, and brought it up here to Minnesota, delivered this morning. Bobtailed from there over just across town. I'm down here, Eden Prairie. And, noisy truck. I'm down here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. It's on the southwest corner of the Minneapolis, greater Minneapolis area. And come down here to pick this United trailer up, going to guess where? California. Yeah, going to California. And I didn't want to take that other one because it's coming out of Round Rock, Texas, which I'd had to fight all the way through Austin to go down and get it. And it was going out to Northern California in the Bay. And I mean, you have to go, I'd be coming out on 10 and working my way up and getting on 5 and heading all the way north. And it was going to Hayward. Okay, that's one. It was up in the Bay Area. I hate the Bay Area. I hate it worse than LA. Okay, I know LA. The Bay Area I don't know that well, so therefore it's aggravating to me. Another thing is the fuel costs out there are so stinking high, and fuel taxes out the roof, you know, or through the roof. So as far as California, I just don't like going out there. But they offered this one. It's a 1,900-mile load, and I'm like, well, okay. It's the only thing they had in the area, and either that or wait a couple days or whatever. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and pick this up. And I'm taking it out to Santa Fe Springs, and it's down in the LA basin. Okay, so I'll be going down and going across 40 into California, and I won't have to deal with any scales across there until I get down to Cajon, and Cajon scales are usually closed. And then when delivering LA, and hopefully I get a load out of LA coming right out 10, and then eastbound 10 at Banning is usually closed too, or a lot of times. So I figure I won't have too much trouble there. I don't like California scales. They'll find stuff wrong. You can get a brand new Peterbilt off the factory floor. It pulls off the factory floor, and they'll find something wrong with it. I mean, it's just they're Nazis out there. You know, I'm not talking about California. I'm talking about the DOT out there. They're crazy. So anyway, I come down and pick this trailer up and hooked onto it, and that left turn signal wasn't working. And up here on the marker light on the top side, that red marker light up there, it wasn't working. So I brought it over here to the shop, and had a kind mechanic came out, crawled underneath, and he worked on some wires for about 10 minutes, and everything started working again. He got up there, put 2 new bulbs in it, put a lens cover on it, and we're good to go on that one. So tires look good. Tires are good, and the brakes are fair. You know where that come from? Put it in the comments if you know where that comment. The tires are good, and the brakes are the tires are good, and the brakes are fair. Yeah, that's a line in a song. See if you can figure out where that comes from. Anyway, so we're on our way to Cali. So thought I'd never say that again in a big truck. I don't have any problem with California, like in an RV or in a car or something like that, because California's got a lot of nice. Let me see you right here. California's got a lot of nice, pretty scenery and stuff like that, and I plan on going out there this winter, you know. But as far as in a truck, I hate California in a truck nowadays. It's just, I'm so over it. And I've done so much California over the years. I'm just, you know, and it wouldn't be bad except for the DOT. The scales at the DOT at the scale houses, they're just nightmare, you know. So I just avoid them like the plague. So anyway, I guess we'll get the truck started and get to rolling, I guess. So I think what else? I don't know. Enjoy the music, I guess.